this is Jen, and thanks for joining me today. Today I'm pulling out some pattern paper and some different dies from my stash, and we're going to create a card using the January stamp and die of the month for the Not Too Shabby shop. Last time I checked, this is still available, so you can either do the subscription and get the stamp and the die set, or you can purchase just the stamp set without the die set. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take some Memento black ink and some hammer mill cardstock and ink up those cute little elephants. I'm going to do a little bit of Copic coloring, so I'm just using some grays for the coloring, and I'm going to be using C3, C2, and C0 in that order just to give a light coloring of gray. And then for the ears, I'm using RV000. And then I grabbed two of these rectangle dies from my stash. They've got a little bit of stitching on them, and I actually thought it was going to turn out a little bit differently than what it did. So originally I was going to add another piece of cardstock underneath and give kind of that shadow and pop those up. And then I decided just to go ahead and insert the pieces back into where I die cut them out from. So I'm just using a little bit of Scotch tape to get those adhered, and then I'm going to trim down this piece of paper a little bit, and then I will take another die from my stash. And so I am using a I believe this is a Whimsy postcard die, and I went ahead and cut that piece out. And then I ruffled through my stash to find some pattern paper that would work well with the grays, which is pretty much just about anything. And so I've got a piece of gray paper that's a scalloped die, and then I've got that stripe paper, which is the postage stamp die. And I'm just going to go ahead and layer these different pieces. So I'm going to add that gray piece of paper first, and I wanted to add a little bit of twine to this card, so I'm popping it up with some foam. So I'm adding a few pieces of foam to the back of this, then I'll leave a little bit of space where I can put that piece of twine between the pieces of foam so that it does not create any like bumpiness under the card or extra bulk. I'll go ahead and tie this into a bow. And once I've got that done, I'll go ahead and take the release paper from the foam off and adhere that next. And then I'm going to take my cute little elephants and adhere that. And then I wanted to use the same color with the twine for my sentiment, and so I just went ahead and tried to match that up with one of my Copic markers, and then just splashed a little bit of that color onto a piece of cardstock and then stamped the sentiment that says love you. And that's going to finish off this card. Really super quick and easy, super adorable images. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love a thumbs up. We would love it if you would subscribe to the Not Too Shabby YouTube channel. There's always lots of inspiration using the fabulous products, including the Box of the Month, the Paper Pad Club, and the Stamp and Die of the Month. So I hope you can join us. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you next time.